Mic check, mic check. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our final day. Get this. I'm a little bit out of focus. Welcome to our final day. Welcome to the final day of the editing level up streamathon that we've done all week. It was really cool to do. Good experience for me. It was fun. And I'm definitely going to continue live streaming. I'm not going to keep doing it every day like this, at least not for right now anyway. But this was cool. This was fun. So if you have things you would like to see on these streams going forward, let me know. I'm open to feedback and anything like that. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Stream health is looking good. Just making sure. Let me check my volume. Make sure that's good. Like I've kind of said all week, this one's going to be more chill. So I don't have a set particular I gotta do these videos or anything. So if you guys have questions, just let me know. I will start. Let me go ahead and get Resolve open here. All right, let's see. Let me get this going. Trying to do two things at once. All right, let's see. Make sure that I'm just making sure I can hear the live stream. All right, cool. Volume is good. Perfect. All right, so let's see. Let me just go ahead and get Davinci Resolve open up here. And I'll just pick a project. Start with it. Let's see what we want to do. We want to do some color grading. Let me see if anybody's here yet. For now, I'm going to just start doing some stuff. All right, let's switch over. Okay, yeah. All right, cool. All right, that is fine. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab this real quick. So we got a comment. Shout out. We got Big Boy and a bunch of numbers. I'm not going to say all numbers. Hey, how's it going? Hello to you as well. You're new. Okay, yeah. Well, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. We've been doing, this is wrapping up our streamathon we've been doing all week, editing in Davinci Resolve. And basically today is community night, and we're just doing, basically I'm taking questions from people. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. If you are here for, Davinci Resolve specific questions. You can ask whatever questions you want, but I'm specifically editing in Davinci Resolve. So that's what that's about. So just sub. Hey, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. But yeah, here on this channel, we do Davinci Resolve tutorials, live streams, tips and tricks. I do other filmmaking stuff as well. How do you crop? Oh, perfect. Perfect question. Hold on. Let me get this pulled up here. There was something I was looking. Okay, yeah, no, I'm good. There we go. Perfect question. How do you crop? All right, well, let's go ahead and do that real quick. So let me pull up a different one because this might be kind of confusing with the. I'm assuming when you say crop, I'm gonna do what I think you're saying, but if it's not right, just let me know, and we'll try to lock in with you to get exactly what you mean. Let me go into my go back into this project. You say I have a DJI Pocket 3. What is the best settings? Um, I guess it just depends on what type of stuff, what type of videos you're doing. So yeah, let me start with that. What type of videos are you making? Your DJI Pocket. Yeah. Okay. That would kind of help me to know, like, if you're doing, stuff we need slow mo, or you just want good quality. That will kind of help me answer that question. Because like for example, if you just want to have like the best quality, like let's say your camera can shoot 4K or 6K or whatever the case may be, and that's what you're looking for, your goal is to have the best resolution, and I would say do that. If you're shooting like commercials, or if you want to do music videos or something like that, I'd be like, okay, well, maybe you want to shoot 24 frames per second or 30 frames per second, So that's kind of one of those things where it's like, it depends. I can answer that. The best way for me to answer that is to know what type of content you're making. But I'll just go ahead and show you real quick how to crop. Is this where I actually did the edit? Or did I do it here? Let me just do this. Let's see. It does have 4K. Well, I mean, it's really about what your goal is. So if your goal is to just utilize the full capability of your camera, then I would just say go ahead and shoot in 4K. And then depending on what type of video, if you're shooting, it's a DJI Pocket. So I don't know, are you vlogging? Are you doing like vlogging videos or something like that? Because then I would just do like 30 frames per second. Or it might say like 29.978 or something like that. But I would do 30 frames per second, and then if you're able to adjust the shutter speed on your camera, which with the DJI Pocket, I'm not sure, but if you are able to adjust your shutter speed, then I would just put your shutter speed. Basically, it would be double whatever your frame rate is. So if your frame rate is 30 frames per second, then you would want to move your shutter speed to 60. That just is like it's a good naturalistic type of look. So that's just like basic settings I would say to do. Also make sure you set your color temperature to match like whatever setting you're in. So if you're outside, do you want to do it for daylight? If you're inside, you want to do it for indoor lighting. Let's see. Shout out Otter Speed. So he said the Pocket 3 have awesome full HD with 30 frames per second. Yeah, okay. I thought so. Yeah. Shout out to my bro, Javon, at Otter Speed. But I thought that was the camera he has. So yeah. He says it has awesome full HD. Will do 30 frames per second. Yeah, I think, yeah. I would assume he probably would do. So yeah, I would say 30 frames per second would be my suggestion. But again, it depends on what type of videos you're doing. So, all right, so let's show you how to crop. Let's see. So basically in Davinci Resolve, that always bothers me when it's like that. If you go like, okay, so first thing you want to do is make sure that once you have a video clip in your timeline, you want to make sure you have it like clicked, selected, highlighted. Go over to your inspector, which is right here. And then you make sure you're on the video selection, and then scroll down till you see crop. And then you can have your crop settings right here. So you can, crop left, crop right, top, right, bottom, like that. Something else that's cool about it that I like, depending on what you're trying to do, but it has softness as well. So if you wanted to feather it out more, that's a cool look. If you're going for a certain type of effect, that's a pretty cool way to, play with it. Now, if you were talking about, I'm assuming that's what you meant when you said cropping, unless you meant like you want to zoom in on an image, then you would just go to same on the same inspector page where you see zoom, you would just like go in like this. And then you can like move your position. You go down to position X and Y. You can adjust that like that. So, yeah, that's how you do that. I'm going to drop the Discord in the chat really quick, and let me go ahead and pin that. But that's the best way to stay like up to date on what I'm doing streaming wise. And if you have questions, it's a great place to go for that as well. So let me grab that link really quick. I'm going to drop it in the chat so that way you guys can see it. So anyone who's new, who has not joined the Discord, you can go for it. And like I said, I announce in there when I'm going live. And then also there, I have a section up there called Davinci Resolve where you can basically put any questions you have. And then that's a good way for me to see them, because I will for sure see them. Like you can leave questions on a video, but if it's like a certain question that has nothing to do with the video, you might want to ask. You can go to the Discord and just put them there, and then I will either respond in the Discord, or I'll make a video about it. So just drop the link there. Go ahead and pin it. All right, let's do another comment here. Let's see what we got. Yes, it does. How do you reduce sound in the background? Okay, cool. So let me. You got some good questions. Let me. It's pretty straightforward, actually. Yeah. Well, I'll say like this. There's a couple ways to do it. Do you have? If you don't have I'm gonna show you how to do it with the free version of Davinci Resolve, and I'll show you how to do it with the studio version. Whoops, sorry guys. I hit the wrong. I went to my intro outro. All right, so basically, let's say I want to find a clip that has a lot of noise. It'll make it easier for you to see what's going on. Let me go select to the wedding I did. Yeah, let's go here. Hopefully everything is synced. It might not be. Yep, hold on, it's not. Because I took that thing out, so that's not going to work. Okay, this, I don't think I have anything in there either. I want to find one where I have a lot of like talking going on and stuff. Well, oh, my hard drive's not connected. The other hard drive's not connected. All right, I'm gonna stay on the other project. Hold on. Well, this one could work. This one could work. Yeah, this one would actually work pretty good for that. All right, so basically, if you want to, you said you have the free version. Okay, all right, I'll show you the free version. I'll show you the free version first, and then I'll show you the way to do it with the paid version. Let me get the audio going here. So let's really quickly, let's do this. Let's grab one of them. Actually, let's grab one of them outdoor shots. That'll be even better, because then you'll hear all like the, noise and stuff from outside. Yeah, here we go. Got it. All right. All right. Action. So you hear like a bunch of like. Got it. So that I need one that's a little bit longer. Yeah, one's a little bit longer so you can really get the full effect. Whoops. Didn't mean to go full screen. To be like, if I did, and then they'll be doing their fight, and then we want to punch in and get like close. I want to make sure this one's like. Camera rolling and action. Oh dang, they all did that quick. Okay. Yeah, that was good. That was good. like it.
Go ahead and look this way.
I'm just trying to find a section. This wind will be good. All right, we'll roll with that. 'Cause I was trying to find a section where it'd be like easy to hear the difference.
Go ahead and look this way.
All right, so what we're going to do is we got that selected now. Now you want to go over to the effects panel. So you click on that, and actually I already have that saved into my favorites. You basically what you want to grab is noise reduction, but let me just show you where to look for it. If you go to, you can click on audio effects, and you can just type in the search noise, and then noise reduction will pop up, and then you drop that onto your clip. Let's see what we got. I did a video and someone called and the phone is ringing nonstop in the background. Got you. Okay, so this may or may not be work for that. I mean, it probably will work. It just depends on your scenario. Let's see here. So just threw on. We can start with the default and see how that does. Let me.
Go ahead and look this way.
So yeah, I need to find one. Let's see, noise only. All right, there we go. So like the wind that was blowing is gone now. We still hear something. This one is a little tougher because there's not a lot of talking going on, but you can hear that it did change it. So let me click this off.
Go ahead and look this way.
I'm gonna try speech mode.
Go ahead and look this way.
Then you can also try different things. Like I can make the threshold higher.
Go ahead and look this way. Go ahead and look this way. Go ahead and look this way.
All right, so that brings it back up. Let's go back down. Let's reset that. Yeah, I think the best way to do it would be, let's see.
Go ahead and look this way.
I need to find one where there's talking. It's hard to show it because you can't. It's like better when someone's talking and then you can, because that's also how you're trying to use it too.
Turn to face you.
Mm-hmm.
So why did the
Let me see what other project I have up here where I could probably pull something. That's what you would do though. You would grab the noise reduction like I did and play with it. I'm just trying to find a better clip for you so it makes more sense. I'm just trying to think right now. What do I have? Let me see. Maybe Play Fight would work. But I don't think I have that hard drive hooked up. That's the problem too I'm running into right now. Oops, I didn't mean to go that far out. Is that on this hard drive? It might not be. Okay, yeah, it is. All right, let's see.
TV, that's been a long time. And we thank you, all those people out there who still know. That's crazy, man. I just think.
The problem I have is all the stuff, the audio is not bad on any of this stuff. So I'm trying to find something that has bad audio. So that's what I'm struggling with right now. Well, actually, it looks like all the comments are from the same person. Let's see. This is funny because it's like I'm trying to find something that's bad audio, and I'm like I can't find. Let me think. Down to Wesley's wedding. Sit with me, him and her. Yeah, the problem is I don't have all these projects on this hard drive that I'm using right now. Let's go back. Do you know what D-Log? Yeah, D-Log is basically just so you have different types of log. So every camera pretty much nowadays has, or I should say every manufacturer makes basically what you would call log versions of cameras. For example, let me show you This I can show you because I have a project set up where I was doing this. Let's go over to, where am I at? And this, what I'm about to explain to you, is the basic concept for like pretty much all cameras. It just will be slightly different based on the camera that you have. So, like for example, we got this shot. Let's do this. Let's do it. Just grab it right there. All right, I'm gonna go to the color page on Davinci Resolve, and then I'm gonna turn off my LUT here. All right, so you see how that looks right now, where it's like grayed out, and this is probably what you're, used to seeing if you, from like you said, D-Log. So my camera has log too, but I shoot on the Fujifilm X-T3, and Fujifilm has their own log called F-Log. Canon cameras have C-Log, and Sony cameras have S-Log. So every camera manufacturer, for the most part, has their own version of log. They all have their own log curve, is what they call it, basically. So if you think about it like that, this process will work regardless of whatever camera you have, because you'll know what to do. So for example, this also, you need to verify and find the one that's specific to your camera. But you said you have the DJI, that's always so hard for me to say, Pocket 3. So over here in the, I'm on LUTs right now, so I have the LUTs panel clicked, and Davinci Resolve has this already pre-built in. But if you go to DJI, click on that, and now you see DJI Osmo Pocket 3, D-Log M2 Rec 709. It's gonna say Rec 709. Let me pull it up so you can see it. I wanted to show the whole thing. There we go. So right here, DJI Osmo Pocket 3 D-Log M2 Rec 709. So it's taking this particular LUT that's built into Davinci Resolve, will take your camera out of, will take your footage out of log into a Rec 709 color space, and that's what you want. That's what you wanted to do. You always are trying to get your stuff into Rec 709. That's basically the standard for how we view things. Essentially, we take it out of the camera's color space and put it into a like a display color space, essentially. And Rec 709 is pretty much what most things are viewed in. Sometimes some stuff might be different if it's like a HDR stuff, or like some displays might be Rec 2020 or have different ones for special situations. But for the most part, Rec 709 is what we're being shown when we're watching stuff on YouTube, stuff on movies, if it's done correctly anyway. But basically, I'm gonna grab this. It's not gonna work right on this because this is not DJI footage, but it barely did anything because it's not built for that log for my camera. But that's the concept. So that's what I did already with this. So imagine I grabbed that DJI LUT and I just dropped it on here, and then it brings your footage out of log into Rec 709. Let me actually see if I can find really quick some footage for you. I might be able to download some so I can actually show you a workflow. Do you normally shoot in log on your camera? Let's see. D-Log stock footage. So let's see. Royalty free. Yeah, I don't got them on. They don't have it on any of the free Envato. Nah. Oh, here we go. Pexels. So I don't think they have any though. I don't think this is. I was gonna show you guys something. You said no. I just started it at a newbie. Okay, yeah. Okay, I got you. Yes, I don't see. I'm looking on this site I usually go to called Pexels to see if I can find any that's log, but I don't see any. Sometimes they have it. Well, they'll put it up there. But yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. But that's a easy. There's different ways to do that. But I just showed you just that way because if you are new, it'll be the easiest way if you decide to start shooting log. Because there's more ways. If you watch my stuff, I've done a lot of different. I do a lot of more complicated ways of doing it. But that's the easiest way I'd say for right now, since you're just getting started. But yeah, I didn't see anything, so we'll go back. But yeah, so just kind of going from that, when you're in log, you can do something like that and bring it. Another way to do it is you can use color space transforms essentially. Oh, so we got a comment here. Got someone else just said hopped in and said hello. Evian. I was trying to double check and see if your icon is that One Piece? Is that Luffy? I can't tell. It looked like it might be Luffy, but I'm not sure. I might be wrong about that. Cause I'm laughing if it is. I've been watching One Piece all day. So I've been trying to get caught up on my anime, and so I've been watching a bunch of One Piece. All right. Let's see. Okay, so we got that. Let me see if we get any other questions. Anything anybody wants to see. All right, let's go ahead and I wanna do some. I didn't get a chance to really do anything with sound effects last time on one project, and I kind of want. I talked about it a bunch, but I didn't really get to do anything with this. I want to kind of touch on that a little bit. But yeah, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. I'm just filling up the time right now. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so this project, I gotta be careful because last time I did this, I got I got flagged for copyright for playing the music. Well, this one should be okay though. 'Cause I don't think anything happened when I did it last time. So yes, it is Luffy to go. Yeah, okay, dope. The icon was so small I couldn't tell, but I thought that's who it was. I'm on just to give you some context. Well, I don't even know how far you are in One Piece. I feel like most One Piece fans are further than me. I'm on Dressrosa right now, so that's where I'm at. And that thing is crazy. But yeah, if anybody else watches anime, let me know what you watch. I just finished My Hero Academia a couple weeks ago. All right. Like I said, I've watched a lot of those anime, but then I just tend to get behind. So we have some sound effects in here already, but they got disconnected, which is fine. We can get new ones, but I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play this and then show you which sound effects I'm trying to add in, because we want to just kind of fatten it up a little bit. The world you knew does not exist. By divine intervention, you, like all of us, have come into the light. And in this opportunity, we can save this world from they who abused its blessing. Together, we can be more. We can be real.
I just want to go home.
Dream bigger. So this was a fan trailer that me and some friends did, and it's cool. I mean, it's fine, but it's missing. It's very empty. It's missing a lot because all my sound effects are disconnected. So that's what I'm going to kind of play with for right now and start rebuilding it and show you guys kind of how my thought process is when I'm doing stuff like this. See, we got some comments here. Initial D. I haven't heard of that one. Let's see. Dressrosa is my favorite arc. It gets crazy, bro. You think, bro? So you think you will pick up the manga once you complete the anime? I don't know. Maybe, but by the time I catch up, it might be done. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not that it won't be done because I'm sure it's going to keep going. Yeah, if I get to the point to where I'm current, I probably would start reading the manga.
The world you need.
I did for a little bit actually for Dressrosa. I did not like. I read a little bit of the manga, and then I switched back to watching again.
New does not exist.
Okay, so I have a thunder clap, a thunder sound right here, and then I'm trying to remember what this sound effect was. But like, we just want to fill it up a little bit more.
The world you knew does not exist.
And then later on, that had sound effects that were like, every time it was cut into black, it feels so empty right now, but I had sound effects that was going like, boom, boom, like that. Actually, I'm curious to see if I go to the site I got these from and just type in the title. Let me show you how I would do something like this. Is it Shift F for that? Alt F. There we go, Alt F. Let me right click, and I'm gonna hit Reveal and Finder. It's not gonna be able to find it. I just need to see yeah, here we go. This right here is perfect. All right, SFX, Pixabay, Natural. Okay, I'm gonna copy that. Hopefully it copies. And then I'm gonna go to the website that I got it from and then see if I can find it. Because if I can do that, I can re-download it, and then we don't have to go find a whole brand new situation. That was Pixabay. Yeah, so 2 sites that I use for free stock stuff is Pexels and Pixabay. I'm actually going to drop those on the Discord for you guys, because it's a good place to go for assets as a editor. When you want free stuff, you just gotta make sure you get stuff that's like royalty free. I mean, this is royalty free stuff, but you know, I think I got some comments there. I'm about to check here in a second. We'll get this back on so you guys can see what I'm doing. I feel like these are the parts that's like I like to show, because I don't think people get to see this part of the process that much. All right, let's see. Do you do any anime? I got the M5 chip on my Apple, and I render faster than my old PC. Oh, you mean like anime edits? No. The funny thing is, I was literally thinking about trying to do it today, but I would have to I need to get some clips. I've thought about it. I thought about making like a dedicated channel just to like doing anime edits and stuff like that. But yeah, that's dope. You got the M5 chip on my Apple, and I render faster than my. Yeah, I bet. That's what I need to upgrade my home computer, because this thing is. I have the M1 chip, so that thing is holding on. But I need to get I want to get a MacBook Pro Max soon. That's the game plan. All right, let me type this in and see if it pulls it up. Nope, it did not. All right, let's go back. Let me try. I hit sound effects. Let me take that off, and maybe it'll find it this way. Nah. This is not up here anymore. Well, let me take that first part off. That's probably what's throwing it off. All right, so we got try to keep it to where it's just the name. Yep, I think that worked. Yeah, I think this might be the same one. I'm gonna hit download, and we're gonna drop it on here. Let me just put it in down projects, put it in collabs. Yeah, let's put it right in there. Yeah, I think that was the same one. I think it was. I don't know. It might be slightly different. Let me listen to some of these other ones. That's sounded very familiar though. Pills of Thunder. That one was called Natural Thunder. So that's why I think it's that one, because it is called Natural Thunder. So we're going to try that. All right, let's go back to Davinci Resolve and grab the other one. And this, I really don't remember what this sound effect was, but to make sure that I'm grabbing the correct one, I'm gonna show y'all a trick too you can do if you need to find something in your media pool. If you highlight it and click on it, or click on it to highlight it, and you hit Alt F, I'm on Mac, so take that into consideration, but it should still be Alt for PC as well. Alt F, and then it'll highlight it in the media pool, and you see it right there. So now what I'm doing to grab the name of it is I'm going reveal in Finder, and assuming that it was on my hard drive, it would just open my Finder window up and go straight to it. This one, but the cool thing is these have the name in it, and it also says that's from Pixabay, which is good. So I'm going to grab just this part of the name. I'm not going to grab all the other parts because it was struggling when I was trying to find it. Hit Command C to copy that. And now we're going back over to Pixabay. I'm going to drop that right here. Hit search. What is this? It was a whoosh, a sound effect. Cool. So we'll go through that, and then this will be good because I can break down. I edited it. That's such a weird word to say. I can't say it. I edited this project a while ago, maybe like a few years ago. So I'm trying to like bring myself back to remembering what I did and why I did certain things. All right, so this is working, so I'm actually happy with how that process is working. So let me keep going. I have now, what I use for sound effects and music is Epidemic Sound, but that's a paid subscription. But this is one of the things I used to use this one a lot when I wasn't before I got it, when I was just I won't say I was just starting, but when I was like working on projects when I didn't have the money to spend on a subscription service, these sites actually come in clutch. They may not be perfect per se, but if you need something quick and you don't want to have to pay for a subscription, if you're not doing a lot of that type of stuff, you can find some pretty decent things. All right, revealing Finder, Pixabay, boom, geomorphic, boom, sound effects. All right, copy. Oh, I need a number 2 just to make sure. That's a long title. Okay. And then I'll show you guys how to relink to. This is something that's going to be big, very helpful if you're just starting out in Davinci Resolve, because this will happen sometimes. Like, obviously, I'm dealing with this right now. I don't think it found that one. Was that music? Hold on. I wish I could remember what that sound effect was, though. Boom. Cinematic trailer sounds. Huh. This is playing. I'm about to get myself flagged again. It's playing music. We're on sound effects, so why is it doing that? Let me see. Cinematic trailer. Boom. Oh, here we go. I think I found it myself. I don't even know that. That may have been it. Let me download that. One, 2, 3, 8, 7, 6. Let's go back here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 6. Yep, found it. So the search didn't work like I wanted it to, but I was able to find it. So what I'm gonna do is start reconnecting this stuff. And actually, let me show you guys that right now, so you can see it. So I wait till the end. Just with what we have already, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just highlight everything. It's not gonna grab everything because we haven't found all the assets yet, but it will connect what it has so far. So in the SFX bin in the media pool, I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to go relink clips for bin. And then once you click on that, we're going to go to where I know I have it saved at on my hard drive. I'm going to go to, where did I put that at? I hid this thing for myself. Okay, here we go. Oh, inside of here. And then I'm going to go, then you just hit open, where like once you get into the folder that you're in, once you get to the folder that you know that the sound effects or whatever video, whatever it may be is, you just hit open. And now it says it couldn't find 14 of the clips, but you can try doing that, but it doesn't work. Okay, why did you not reconnect? I know we got. Why did you not reconnect? Oh, do I gotta do it like this? That should still work. Relink clips for bin. Did that download in there? Hold on. Where is it? I put it. Hold on. What did it download to? To go into the music folder? No. Free sounds for you. Oh, because it's not recognizing it as the same thing. 11321 Okay, so this one's okay, so that's weird. But all right, it's fine. We just another way around it. It's not connecting automatically because I guess they updated their sound library. So the thing, so they're named differently than how they were named when I downloaded them. So even though it's the same clip, it's struggling to connect it because the computer's not recognizing, the program's not recognizing it as the same. So what I got to do is just tell it. I have to almost like force it and say this is this clip. So what we'll do then, we'll click on it, and essentially we have to where is it at? We have to basically connect a new. Why is this not? All right, what am I doing wrong? Let me think about this for a second. Relink clips from bid automatically. Okay, yeah. Why are you not letting me? Okay. There's a way to, and I don't know what I'm missing right now, but essentially what I'm trying to do, you can relink anything to something and say this is what it is, and it's not letting me do that for some reason. What am I missing? Sometimes I've noticed that sometimes you can just have stuff glitch, and you just got to kind of keep messing with it. Duplicate clip operations. Okay, here we go. That's annoying. So it okay, so what I just figured out is that Davinci Resolve moved. So sometimes when you update your programs, they will they do things differently. So what I'm looking for is not where it normally is, and I'm just now realizing that they changed the way that they organized their settings. So starting over, once you have this found in your media, we're going to go right click, find in media pool. This is the one we want. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to go to clip operations, and then I'm going to hit relink selected clips. I'm gonna have to see. Let's see. I'm gonna hit relink and see what happens. No, it's not gonna work. Yeah, they go replace. Okay. So go back to clip operations, hit replace selected clip. And now I can just select the one that I want. So a little bit more annoying because it's not going to automatically do it, but it's fine. Breakdown projects. Okay. Now I know that it was Sounds for You Natural Thunder 113219. Natural Thunder 113219. So I'm gonna hit open. And as you can see, it now is showing up in your media pool, and it also showed up here as green. It now has it, and it remembers like it's holding like the placement, if that makes sense. Like this clip is longer, but it's just basically going to go right back how you had it on your timeline.
The world you knew does not exist.
That's so much better having that thunder sound effect. So I'll mute it and play it without the thunder sound effect.
The world you knew does not exist.
It's like kind of empty.
The world you knew does not exist. By
You hear
divine
that rumble, it sells it better. Like, oh, there's a thunderstorm happening, which it wasn't. But that's the look we were going for, and to show you what this clip looked like originally. That's what the clip looked like when we shot it. It was windy, which actually was perfect. I remember being like, "Oh, this is perfect. It's windy." So we had them standing there, kind of looking menacing, I guess. Now this is what I color graded it to look like. So I darkened it up and made it look more, to make it look more dramatic, more serious, more like it was a thunderstorm happening. Same thing with this shot. It did not look like that originally. That's what it looked like. It was actually a very sunny day. So, yeah. Movie magic.
does not exist.
All right. So did we get this one? Did we figure out what this one was? Because I don't even. No, I had no idea what that one was. Oh no. We did find this one. We did. Did we? I think we did. Let me go back in there. Let me 24142. All right. Finding a media pool. We're gonna right click. We're gonna go over to reveal and no. That's not gonna work. We need to go to clip operations. Gotta remember because they changed it up. And we can't read link. Well, let me see. Before I say you can't do that, this one might have the same name. The other one didn't. So you can try it this way first. Hit open. I don't think it's going to find it there either. No, I didn't. All right, that's cool. All right, we'll do it the other way. Because they did change their name. If they didn't change the name of those clips, this would be even easier. Not that this is hard either, but it's probably good. I get to show you guys when stuff doesn't go right. That was real-time problem solving. So, all right, 241. So was that 24142? 24142. Yeah, I don't know why they changed the beginning of it though. They could have just left it alone. So now it thinks that now I basically told Davinci Resolve this is what that clip is, and this is what this one sounds like. Ooh, I really like cutting trailers because it's like once they're in there, I like doing sound effects for trailers because just like you do little things like that to just emphasize cuts. That cut to black. Now I'm gonna play it without again.
The world you knew does not exist. By divine intervention.
So, it's like, oh, that's cool. Like the music is pretty good, but adding the sound effects just adds a whole nother layer to it.
The world you knew does not exist. By divine intervention.
Yeah. Now it's like really bring you into the world. It's selling it more. It's like, oh shoot, this is serious stuff happening. And one thing too, I noticed like this wasn't like super high production value. Like I think the camera work looks pretty good. Not to pat myself on on the back or anything. But I don't think like it was shot fine, but we didn't put any set design into this for real. We didn't do no set dressing. We didn't put no production. Like it was no like, we just were shooting in the house and we got a bunch of people together. They didn't have no costumes except for the one character, my friend Vonell, had the costume. But again, it was very much like we just threw it together. Like the swords were fake. So it was just for the heck of it. Like it was a concept trailer and just for the fun of it. More of just to showcase the fight scene aspect of it. But all that to say, even though we don't have those things, the sound effects, the music too is helping to sell it even more, even though it's not like perfect in how it was shot. All right, so we have, that's all music, sound effects come back in here. And I think we did get this one to boom. Alt F. Relink clips for Ben. I'm just going to assume this is not going to work for any of these. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, it's okay. All right. Right click on it, clip operations, replace selected clip. And 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 6. Hold up. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, okay. Thankfully they kept the back end of the name the same. Like the numbers, because at least I'm able to tell that it is the same thing. They just changed the beginning of the title. So make sure you keep a handle on all your assets and don't lose them like I did, because then you won't have to go through this.
Who abused his blessing? Who abused?
Oh, it's just like a boom. That's a lot of that waveform's doing a lot for that to just be a boom, but it does say boom, so okay, it does taper off. Oh, because it's like the little wind, like it's like other stuff going on in there too. It's not just a boom. That boom is like not the best, but these are all free stock, sound effects. So that's one thing you gotta be careful of. All right, impact 6291. All right, let's go ahead and find you in the media pool. Oh, I wanted to find Reveal and Finder, my bad. Reveal and Finder. All right, so we got impact 6291. Let's see if they changed the name of this one too. They probably did. Didn't mean to pull that up. Oh, 6-2. I have a feeling it was that one. Let me see. Was it this one? Well, it could be this one. I wish they would show me the name of it without me having to download it. I'm trying to see like the full title name of this song. Of this it's not showing me there. Let me go back. Make sure I'm not missing it anywhere. Oh, yeah, here it is at the bottom of the web page. If I hover over it, that says no, it's not the same one. So that impact might be gone. Oh, 6291. Here it is. Free Sound Community. 6291. Let me just make sure. Go back over here. 629. Yep, 6291. All right, cool. All right, well, this is also a Pixabay tutorial on how to use their site if you need to find the name. But yeah, if you hover, when I'm looking down to the bottom left, I can see it shows me the URL and the like the extension for the name, Impact 6291. All right, so let's go ahead and download that one. And let me just go ahead and grab all the other ones really quick. Go ahead, be in there. Let's go back over here. I don't have, thankfully, this is not that long, or this would take forever. We got what, the Sword Clash 8.3. Let me just pull it up. Uh, 061. Okay. All right. Let's go back. Oh, is this it? Yep, that's it. I remember. Sometimes I can hear it and I just remember. I'm like, yep, that was the one. Oh, actually, I don't know. The name of it's different. Oh no, it's the same. 83428 83428. Okay, yeah. There we go. I found the hack, y'all. I found the hack. All right, let's see. All right. Cinematic Impact 6072. Cinematic Impact 6072. Revealing Finder. Cinematic Impact. All right, copy that. Boom. Go over to back over here. Search it up. 6072. There it is. Oh yeah, here we go. This was the one I was doing the heavy lifting for the ending part, and you'll see here in a second. Again, as we're going, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. We are coming up on the end of our week-long stream. It was fun. It was a lot of work, but it was actually cool. I'm glad I did it. But yeah, I stream every week, usually once a week. I'm going to try to start streaming twice a week. Usually on Saturdays, I stream, and then I might add like another day. I'm not sure what day yet. But if you have questions, I linked the Discord my Discord in the chat, so you can go check that out. If you are someone who has questions for Davinci Resolve, this is a good channel to be at, because I talk Davinci Resolve content primarily for beginners, but I do some intermediate stuff as well. Let's see. You said I miss it. The link, yeah, it should be. I pinned it. At least I thought I pinned it. It should be pinned to the top. If you look at the top of the chat, you should see the link to the Discord. All right. Did I already get this one? Rock Cinematic. But yeah, if you want to catch the other streams I did this week, you can. They're on a channel, so you can definitely go up there and check them out. I also have them linked on my Discord, so you can go there and find the links to them as well. Yep, that's the right one. Oops, go back. Okay. So that was for the ending graphic. Yeah, so all this stuff matters. This trailer's going to feel so much better now with having the sound effects back in there. All right, cool. No, I missed your live. Oh, you missed the live. Yeah, it's no problem. Like I said, I live every week. I live stream weekly. But if you join the Discord, I will always drop in there when I'm doing it. But like I said, all the other streams are still up, so you can definitely go to my channel and look at all the other ones that we did this week, because I'm not taking them down. They'll be up there. But yeah, this particular week was all about leveling up your editing. So I just talked about a lot of like different skills and different things. We talked about color grading. We talked about a lot of stuff. I gave some of my favorite tips to help you edit faster, tips and tricks that I do in Davinci Resolve. I talked about biggest misconceptions for editors. We did a live editing of a scene from a project I directed, and I'm editing. So we did a scene from that project and did a live edit, and people were actually giving me their suggestions, which was cool too. So, all right, so I got everything downloaded now. So I just need Rock Cinematic. Let's go ahead and grab that. I feel like that might actually be the same name. Brilliant clips for Ben. Nope. Why'd they do that? Y'all could have kept that the same. There was no need for that. Somebody was just like, we're going to change the name for no reason. All right, which one is this? Sword Clash. Let's go ahead and grab that. Find the media pool. Right click. Reveal. And no. Clip operations. Replace selected clip. Sword Clash. 83428. There we go. This one is Impact 6219. Right click, clip operations, replace selected clip. 6219. Looking at the number is actually kind of faster for me instead of trying to find the name. 6072. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas for stuff you would like to see in a live stream, let me know, and I'll consider doing it. 6072. There we go. Cool. All right, one more, and we done. All right. Good Lord, it's a long title. What the heck? I feel like I'm still missing stuff though. Yeah, I didn't grab the Brams. Relink selected clip. No, that's not what I meant to do. Is the Rebel cameras good or bad? Dang, that's a good question. So the Rebel cameras have a soft spot in my heart, or a special place in my heart, because that was like the first cameras I was shooting on for real. When I first was doing YouTube and doing other, really getting into filmmaking, I had a Rebel T4i, and I had two of them, and shot on those things for years. So I think it depends on what you're doing. You said that you're a beginner, so I think it's fine to start off with that, to be honest with you. It's a good way for you to learn camera work, cinematography, and get used to it. And then as you begin to grow, then you can invest in a more expensive, maybe more high-end camera. And then that way you'll be purchasing based on what you know that you need, versus just getting something that you think you need to get because it's a good camera. So the Rebel cameras definitely have limitations for sure. But as a beginner, I think you'll be okay. Now, if you have the budget to get something a little bit more, maybe like one of the, if you want to be on Canon, I might suggest like one of the R5 or R6, something in that realm, if you have the budget for it. If not, then I think getting the Rebel cameras is a good starting. It's a good starting point. Like I said, eventually as you continue to grow, you will be like, oh, at some point you'll probably want to get better stuff. How do you render 4K to MP4 file? That's actually not that hard. I'll show you actually when I get this in here. I'll do that with this. Now, when you say, do you want it to render out to be 4K still, or do you want to render it out to be 1080? Actually, that question doesn't matter because it'll be the same either way. I'll show you. Clip operations, replace selected clip. 161648. 161648. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now what did I miss? Because it said I was missing something, but it looks like I got everything. Oh, you know what? I may have just had it in there and didn't use it.
Can be real.
I just want to go home.
Yeah, I guess I just had it in. All right, so let's watch this one more time without the sound effects on. And just to get that nice emptiness feel. All right, we're going to watch it without sound effects. We're going to go back through and watch it with the sound effects. And we'll talk about the differences. And then I will show you how to do the export. You said, I think 4K is, yeah, I mean, 4K is fine. I mean, it depends on what you are doing stuff. 1080 is not going to be bad either for most. A lot of stuff I still will export in 1080, but.
The world you knew does not exist. By divine intervention, you, like all of us, have come into the light. And in this opportunity, we can save this world from they who abused its blessing. Together, we can be more. We can be real.
I just want to go home.
Dream bigger.
It was so funny. I was watching. I was like, "Where's the sound effects at?" And I forgot. I turned them off. Yeah, it bothers me watching that without sound effects. It's so funny. Once you start, I used to edit a lot of stuff and not do sound effects because I just didn't realize I needed them. I was like, "Oh, I got the cool shots and I got the music on there and it's good and it's going." I thought it was fine, but then once I started using sound effects and started noticing it, I was like, oh man, this makes such a difference. It's like crazy the amount of difference that it makes. All right, here we go.
The world you knew does not exist. By divine intervention, you, like all of us, have come into the light. And in this opportunity, we can save this world from they who abused its blessing. Together, we can be more. We can be real.
I just want to go home.
Dream bigger.
All right, so much better with sound effects, and I actually see spots where I could do more. Like I said, I've grown as an editor even since I edited this project, and I'm like, there's stuff in the middle I could add more sound effects, to be honest with you. But just kind of breaking it down, you see like the
World you knew does not exist. By divine,
you want to kind of, emphasize your cuts and things like that. This one was
who abused its blessing. Who abused its blessing.
That sound effects just comes in sounding weird, but there is like a boom that's hitting. It just is such a weak sounding boom. So I probably would change that out actually.
Who abused its blessing. Together.
And then like I could do like a little knife sliding sound effect to make it sound obviously those aren't actual blades, but I could do something like that to try to sell it.
Together.
So I did that here. It's like the sword clink, but then I don't have anything here. I could have like a little like whoosh sound effect for the kick out.
Together, we can be more.
To make it a little bit more, make it kind of stand out more. Then I have this sound effect here. This one's called it's like this little like pulsing sound that it does. It goes with the music really well because that's not the music. It almost seems like the music was making that sound, but it's not. It's that.
Can be more. We can be real.
I just want to go home.
Dream bigger.
Cool. Oh, I see my camera just died. Give me 1 second. All right. All right, we're back. My battery charger died, so I had to plug it into the wall directly. All right, but now we're going to go ahead and do, let me make sure I'm in focus. I'm going to go ahead and do the export. Yeah, I think we're still good. All right, cool. I'm going to do the export for you so you can see that. All right, so what I'm going to do is go over to the deliver page, and I'm going to just go step by step. I know you said that you're a beginner, so I'm just going to go step by step. It doesn't hurt to go slowly with this. I have a bunch of other stuff going on in my timeline, so that's what I'm setting my in and out points for. We have another comment here from Caden. Says hello. What's up? Welcome to the stream. We are doing Davinci Resolve question and answer night. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. All right, so I set my in and out points for what I want to be actually be exported. And I'm just going to call this I'm going to just name it what it is, The Awakened. 2 point, I'll just say 26. So now what we're going to do is choose our location. I'm going to save it here and on my hard drive. Where's my, yeah, there we go. YouTube project right down. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just stick it right here. It's not a big deal. Save it. So what happened? Well, I say default, but that's because this project was already set this way. I didn't really have to do anything, but you can see right here where it says format, it says MP4. So you could just come in and start messing with it yourself. They have presets up here that you can use as well. So you could do like you could click one of this, but you can do custom, and you can set it like I think it might usually start on like MOV or something like that. But you can scroll through all these different settings on format, hit MP4, and then you said you wanted you want an MP4, so you probably would want it to be H.264. I don't think you would probably have a reason to do H.265, at least not right now, since you're just starting out. And then you go to timeline resolution. And mine was just set to 1080 because that's what I was doing. But you can adjust it to make it go to 4K. I don't know if you're shooting. I'm assuming that you won't be shooting DCI if you're using the Canon Rebel cameras. So what you will actually be shooting in is called UHD, which is very close to 4K. It's called 4K, so don't let it confuse you too much. But it's actually Lord, my words. It's actually called Ultra HD. So a lot of times we will pass that off as 4K because it's very, very close. But a lot of times what we're actually talking about is UHD, which is Ultra HD, but it's 3840 by 2160, which is basically 4K, but that's just, UHD is close to 4K, and that's usually what you're seeing unless it's DCI. And like I'm saying, that's probably not what you're going to be doing. Let's see. We got some more comments. He said the white balance and highlights are a bit bright. Did you use a key light? Oh, you're talking about on this shot. No, this was just shot outside. I'm assuming you're talking about that. Yeah, no, it was no key light. That's just natural light. The white balance and highlights are a bit bright. I don't know what you mean by the white balance being bright, but the highlights, yeah, I can see the highlights being bright. It was sunny day outside when we shot this. White balance, I don't know because the white balance is more of a color thing, so I'm not sure why you said that. Also, are you shooting log? And for the inside shot, I would recommend overhead city lighting for a cleaner. Everything you're saying is correct, yeah, but this what I'm doing right now is editing. It's not about the shooting, if that makes sense. It's not a project. This was just a project that was shot for like the heck of it. So this is more about the editing part of it. But everything you're saying is correct. You are absolutely right. I'm not breaking this down as a look at what I shot. This is a fan trailer type thing that I was editing, if that makes sense. If that makes any sense to you. But I agree. What you're saying is right. Yeah. Use studio lighting if you have studio lighting, all that stuff. But it wasn't a cinematography thing, if that makes sense. And normally I shoot in log, but this wasn't shot in log. This is quickly shot. It was just for fun practice type situation, but it wasn't like it was a actual, I'm just using it as an example, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that's how you would go out doing that. All right, and then you just hit add to render queue, and then you render all, and it's exporting. So hopefully that makes sense. How to doing the 4K. And also another thing you can do too. I'm gonna stop. Like I don't really need that to be there. Another thing you can do too, if you're going to be putting your videos on YouTube, to continue with the question you had about the 4K, they have the different presets. So you could hit like the YouTube preset, and it says 1080. But if you go to hit this drop down arrow, you can scroll down and then go to 2160. And that's what I was telling you before. And I was like, that's the UHD, which is basically 4K, but that's what YouTube has. So that's what you will be using, 3840 by 2160. So that's another way to do it. Because if you're going to be putting it on YouTube anyway, it doesn't hurt to use the preset that they have there. But again, if you, I'm saying it very loosely with the export settings because you said that you were a beginner. You would want to change a lot more stuff based on what your deliverables are. So if you need like I'm trying not to get too complicated with it because you say you're just starting out. So that's what I'm saying. It's okay to use those presets when you're starting. As you grow in your video and all production, all those things, different types of exports will become necessary as you need them. And then you can begin to learn more about different formats, different video codecs, when you would want to use a ProRes file versus an MP4, because MP4 is fine if you're going to be viewing it, but it's not the best to use to like edit off of all the time, if that makes sense. Oh, you see, what's up? Good to see you again. I want to get your name right. I said Hams, but you said I could say that, but I feel like bad because that's not actually what your name says. So let me see. It's probably 1-ish o'clock in Amsterdam, I'm assuming. But yeah, so that's what we're rolling with there. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, so I think that's good with that. Let me move back over to this project. Where's the other one at? But yeah, I'm cool. If anyone has any more questions, I don't have anything like super like major to hit. So whatever you guys want to know, let me know. Let's see, it's Hamza and then like go. $222 at the moment. All right, I was close. You said why 3840? Okay. I feel like the best way to explain this would be just to find an image to show you, so you can kind of. That might overcomplicate it. 3840 is, all right. So it's hard. 'Cause I don't know where your all like where your knowledge level is all the way. I know you say you're a beginner, so I'm gonna start with you hit with resolution here. You see how it says 1920 by 1080. So you have like the dimensions or like the resolution of the file you're doing. So that's where we are saying like HD, 4K, SD for standard definition. They all have different like measurements. So HD's measurement or the resolution measurement for HD is 1920 by 1080. And maybe you've also seen like if I'll do, why is it actually doing this like that? It's because I didn't title it and put it somewhere. Oh my gosh, making this too complicated. Trying to show you. Okay, why is it doing this? Okay, custom. There we go. Okay, I'm doing custom so I can show this to you. So 1920 by 1080. So you see how this is shaped right now. If I hit use vertical resolution, it would. So let me go back over here and do it this way. All right. So hopefully this makes sense. So my timeline resolution is 1920 by 1080. What I'm gonna do is hit use vertical, and you see it's flipped them. 1080 by 1920. I'm gonna hit save. So you see how it changed the dimension, how it was how it was horizontal, now it's vertical. Same measurements, but I just flipped them. So that's how you can see like that's what is getting controlled, if that makes sense. So I'm only showing that to you so you can see that part of it. Now, essentially all the 3840 and yada yada stuff I was saying before, all that is just what the size of your image is. So you're always going to have, for the most part, trying to not go overly complicated with this, you're always going to have 16 by 9. It's like this shape is what most TVs are. It's like what a lot of things are phones. Well, kind of. A lot of frames will be like this shape. Like this is what we kind of used to seeing. A great caveat, sometimes you have differences. I'm just trying to not make it too confusing. So that shape is what you're always going to get. When you see that says HD, and now when I was saying 3840 by 2160 is what you would want to do, is because that's essentially what we've accepted as 4K. Usually when people are saying 4K, they're talking about 3840 by 2160. And that's usually because that's the 16 by 9 frame. But there's actually a 4K that says 4096 by 2160, and that's DCI. What you can do, it's just a little bit taller. So I think DCI is more like 1710. I could be wrong about that. But 7 is not 16 by 9. So you get a little bit more. It's like a little bit high, a little bit taller, a little bit wider, essentially. But that's not really what the standard is, if that makes sense. Not that this is wrong, but and that's why I say if you don't know what DCI is or have a need for it, it's no need for you to use that, because you have all these different types of like formats of things, and they're all for however it's going to be displayed. And like I said, if you're starting out, you're probably putting stuff on YouTube. So being in some flavor of 16 by 9 is fine. Like you have 16 by 9, that's 720 by 480. You don't want to do that though, because that's standard definition. So you want to have 4K, or in this case, UHD, which is very close to 4K, which is 3840 by 2160. A lot of people don't even explain it like that. They'll just say, yep, 4K. I'm just going the extra step to explain it. But as you see, it's so close to 4K, but it's like not actually 4K. I'm gonna see if I can find an image. I probably can. Oh, my camera was out of focus. What the? I lost the. My camera died a while back, and I thought it was still in focus, but apparently it was not. All right, let's see. I'm gonna hit this. Let's go to. Let's see. Let's see. UHD versus DCI. Just want some images of it. A resolution chart. Okay. All right, here we go. I guess this is a good picture. We'll see. We'll see how well this works. I've never tried to to use this when I was to explain it, but you can kind of see. So we have a resolution comparison chart, and this article is talking about do we really need 4K? I don't know what this article is talking about other than that, but if you look, oh, I don't have this pulled up. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. My stream is just behind. All right. So I got to kind of move in here so I can see. All right. So we got 1080, which is pretty much the norm for the most part now. It's very rare, unless you're making DVDs, that you'll see SD. But you see how like these frame sizes are getting bigger, and this is like where the whole resolution quality thing comes into play, where it's like, oh yeah, it's better quality because you have more, more resolution to work with. So yeah, I'm not trying to go too far into that, but this is what HD is. This is, you see this line here that says 4, so this says 4K 4096 by 2160 is this box that's in white. But they have this one that's this black line right here. That one is representing where UHD is, and it still says 4K. So 3840 by 2160. So it still is like considered 4K. Well, I was just saying that it's like different types of 4K, if that makes sense, or different flavors of 4K. This one's a little bit bigger. So you can kind of see that it's like slightly bigger. This one, the UHD one, is usually what you'll see. So that's kind of essentially what I was getting at. But you can kind of look at this and see how they just keep getting bigger. So 6K, so it looks like 8K, that's where that's at. And so on and so forth. So hopefully that makes sense as to why you do 3840 by 2160. This is what you're looking for because you want the UHD 16 by 9. I wish it had that too. It might actually say it. I'm not trying to read all that right now. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, so yeah, whenever you're exporting in Davinci Resolve, you just look for that. If you see 3160 by, I said that wrong. If you see 3840 by 2160, you know you're good. Unless you, for some reason, need to have the 4096 by 2160. Cool. Let's see. I'm gonna do the log, and this is probably I'll end out here. I'll do the log conversion on another clip. Let's see, I'll do. Let me see. I'll do it really quickly, but we'll do some green screen. How about that? If you guys want to see something, just let me know. But I think I'll do some green screen and then end it out after that. Oh, I don't want to do this. Hold on. Just put it over here. All right. So let's go ahead and quickly convert this and everything. Just grab a section. So we're going to put her like in some space. And again, you can play with this however, but this is how I do green screen. There's multiple ways of doing it. This is one of the ways that this is a way to do it. All right, let's go to. She's supposed to be looking at the camera though. Let's just shut her from looking at the camera. This is a project that I directed, and for those who haven't been here all week, this is a project that I directed and edited. And am editing. Trying to get this section.
Are required to resolve the subject's new development.
All right, that'll work. That'll work. We'll just do that. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and go to the color page so we can get this thing set up. Let's see. Do I get paid to direct? Not to direct. I get paid to edit. Directing is just for when I'm just doing my personal projects. But professionally, I'm an editor. So I work professionally doing documentary feature films. That's what I do on my day-to-day. And then I also do freelance work as well. I do freelance cinematography and videography. And I will do freelance editing as well for like independent projects and things like that. But that's why, for the most part, my day-to-day professional filmmaking job is editing. All right, I'm gonna show you guys. I showed you with the LUT. I already have a power grade set up. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about trying to show you guys that. We're gonna stay focused. I just like doing this process of color grading, so I will just kind of sit here and talk about it forever. But you can watch the previous streams. I was gonna show you the green screen. All right, let me get my, it's fine. I will brighten this up a little bit though. All right, cool. We're not doing a full color grade right now. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, let's go back over here and I'm gonna go to effects and I'm gonna type in 3D well, let me start over. I'm going too fast. You go over to your effects panel, hit open FX, and then you type in 3D for 3D keyer. You can do this on the Fusion page as well, but I'm gonna just show you here. This is normally where I'm doing it at. This is where things can get a little bit confusing, but I'm gonna go slow. So I grabbed the effect, dragged it, and dropped it onto the clip. So now I see that it's highlighted in my effects. I'll go over to inspector and I'm on the effects tab and we know it's there. Now to start actually using this, what we're going to do is here on the viewer, come down to the bottom here and you want to click on this little like down arrow caret thing. And then we're going to hit open FX. So now it went from the square, which was the transform, and went to open effects. So now this screen is interactive. So you can, whatever this is like, so for example, where I was, this is another way to do the cropping thing. I saw that Big Boy asked about that before. You can come here and do your cropping too. So if you click on it and go to crop, and you see what that looks like, you can drag it in and it will like actually crop. You see it like cropping the image. So that's another way of doing it if you want to do it in a more interactive way and not use the inspector, like putting the numbers in and stuff like that, or the sliders, I should say. So just for your information. Transform, you can come here and just like make it smaller, make it bigger, things like that. But what we want to do is go to open FX. And now we got this selected, the little picker here, and we're going to drag around the image to key out the green. But the idea is to keep everything. So the idea is for the background to go black. And if it goes black like that, you know, you did a pretty decent key. Now we're going to go in and finesse it more. But we got the background off, and we'll show you how that it is indeed not there, because what I'm going to do is go over to, we can do Pexels or something, or Pixabay. It's fine. We're here. Switch this over to photos, and then I'm going to just say like office. I might have to generate something like Canva, but I'll just grab something just so you can see it. This is not what we're going to actually use, but I'm just grabbing this for right now to show you, because it will still work. It's not going to throw anything off. It just won't be like the final project. I'm just showing you guys for the video right now. All right, so we're going to go to our media pool and go ahead and drag in the image that we just downloaded. Throw it there. All right, so now we're going to bring it in and throw it in underneath. And you can see that now that's the background. And then you would just adjust it and tweak it. And obviously we would, you know, do some stuff to make this actually fit, because you can tell this is like not the right room and the dimensions are all off and it don't make no sense. So we have to have a background that's a little bit more accurate and that fits the framing better, but this literally is just for demonstration purposes. But yeah, so we got our background. It is throwing me off though, because it doesn't make any sense. It's funny. All right, cool. So now we're going to click on this again, go back to effects, and then we can like clean up all of this green edges stuff. So first thing I normally do, we'll come down and on behavior options, it'll start on flat, which is fine. So I'm going to grab that and slide it over, despill, and that does a lot of it. As you can see, I pretty much got all of it out. And then you would just kind of play it and see how it looks.
It's required.
And then it's probably going to be dragging on my computer. Let me actually knock that down one more to a quarter to help playback.
Are required to resolve the subject's new development.
So just like that, green screen on, and pretty easy. If you do a pretty good job with the lighting, it makes it easier. I can still see some aberration, like some little weird stuff happening here. So normally then what I would do is go in and keep tweaking things. So there's other things you can mess with. So I will come to like key adjustments. Really what I do is either in matte finesse or not garbage matte, it'd be in matte finesse. You have like 2 channels, 1 and 2 to choose from, or like 2 tabs. So pre-filter, you can see like that just did something. And a lot of times I'll just come in and mess with it. You want to be careful, because sometimes as it's playing, like you got to watch it too. Like you can't just set it and assume it's good. You have to watch it and act like in real time to make sure stuff isn't looking too weird. Like that helps soften it, but it's like starting to do this ghosting thing. So I would see if I can get away with it. And if I don't think I can get away with it, then I'll keep, trying different things. Clean, but you just don't want to go too far with it. You want to just make everything natural, and blonde hair is one of those that's going to be tricky with green screen anyway. Although she has a darker blonde, so it's not like a light blonde. It's more of a, strawberry blonde?
Are required to resolve the subject's new development.
So a quick little pass through. It's not too bad. So that's how you do green screen. That's one of the ways you can do green screen. And then I'll probably do this later, but you would then do a lot of tweaking to this on the color page to make sure that you're like getting this looking right. So I would like grab this and be like, all right, I need this to, match the lighting, because it's not really like the color is kind of off or something like that. So I'll start tweaking it and moving things around to try to make it look more natural and make her seem like she's fitting in the scene more. I would, maybe knock it down, try to like brighten it up, whatever the case may be, to make it seem more realistic. Again, the framing is off in this shot. So this particular one, not the shot, but in the framing is off in for the background. So that's not something that we would use anyway, because it's not accurate. But yeah, that's how that would work. But yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know. I think I'm going to probably go ahead and end out now, because I think we've hit a lot of good stuff and pretty much the things I wanted to do. So, like I said, I have the Discord linked for anyone who's new, who has not joined the Discord. Feel free. We'd love to have you in the community. This is already posted on the Discord. And all the other previous streams I did this week are posted in the Discord as well. So, yeah, make sure you hop on there, so that way you can know when I go live. I will post in there. And if you guys have questions, that's the main reason why I made it, was because I wanted it to be a solid place that people can go to get their questions answered. Because a lot of times I get comments, which is 100% okay, because people will ask comments on the video. But if you have a question that's like outside of the video, or if I didn't do a video about it and you want me to talk about something, you can go up there and ask me, and I'll either answer your question in the Discord, or I'll make a video about it or do a live on it, whatever the case may be. So, and I also made another channel in there for everyone who edits, just to talk. So like, if you have questions, if you want to get some feedback on projects you're working on, you can drop it in the edit suite. That's what I called it. If you just want to talk and share tips, if you had like, I came up with this cool idea, I came up with this cool thing, this cool way of doing yada yada XYZ, the editing suite, that's what the editing suite is for up there. There's a Davinci Resolve tab for you to ask your Davinci Resolve questions, or just talk about Davinci Resolve stuff. And then, like I said, I have like announcements tabs, and I think I have a general chat in there too. So you guys just want to talk in there too. But yeah, let me know any questions. You can ask me filmmaking questions too. It doesn't have to only be editing. If I can answer, I will do my best to. But thank you all. This was a very successful week. I mean, I had so many people engage in the chats. Shout out to Hams. Shout out to the new people we had on today. We had a big boy, Caden. Who else we have? Evian with the Luffy icon. Shout out Otter Speed and whoever else is here who didn't make any comments. But yeah, thank you to everyone who has been here, whether you've been here all week or just tonight. And be sure to join the community, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on another stream. Until next time, peace.